What's happening, guys? What's up? Welcome back to the channel. Let's go over a quick breakdown, updated breakdown for Stipe Miocic versus Jon Jones at heavyweight. Now, I did a breakdown for this fight way back. I believe I was picking Jon Jones to win, but we got some new information. We don't have to speculate anymore. We saw Jon Jones at heavyweight. We saw how he looked, how he moved. Now we can get like a better assessment of how he would fare against Stipe Miocic. But here's the caveat to that. Stipe's older now. Stipe, I think, is like 40 years old. He's had a few knockouts in between. And it's like, I don't know, guys. I give Stipe probably less of a chance to win now. I would never count them out. I mean, I think Stipe is the greatest UFC heavyweight of all time, hands down. His skill set is problematic for Jon, for sure. But that's if Stipe comes in close to prime, using his full skill set. I'm not going to get too detailed with this breakdown. I'm just going to speak from the heart. So why would Stipe be problematic for Jon if he comes in phenomenal shape, anywhere close to prime? Well, I'll tell you. Stipe Miocic has great boxing for a heavyweight in mixed martial arts. He has a knockout power, something that I don't think Jon has with his hands. Stipe has always come in condition, in shape. He has a wrestling background. He could defend a takedown. He could land takedowns himself. He's a super tough competitor, mentally strong, probably just as mentally strong as Jon. He's a big heavyweight, and I think Stipe has a relatively high fight IQ. So all of that is kind of problematic for Jon. So when Jon was a light heavyweight, some of his best attributes and what made him great was his movement, speed as far as like ability to close the distance. And you know, seeing him at 250 pounds, that stuff went away. Jon to me looks slower for sure. Now part of that could have been ring rust, but I honestly think it's just the extra weight on his frame. So from seeing Jon Jones compared to Stipe, now I view Stipe as more explosive at heavyweight. Quicker, more explosive, more agile. That's just my honest opinion from seeing Jones versus Gon, but albeit that was a short fight. With all that being said, I just think Jon Jones is a better fighter. I think Jon is more skilled overall. I think he has a higher fight IQ. The mental toughness, I mean, they're probably about equal. There are certain things that Stipe has over Jon. I mentioned him, the knockout power for one. But it's not like Jon hasn't faced other KO artists. He's prevailed. He figured out how to beat them. And even though he got touched up, he engaged them on the feet, round after round, and figured out a way how to win. So barring a, quote, lucky shot from Stipe that could put Jon out, which it could happen, I got Jon winning that fight at heavyweight. Probably like 70-30. I think Jon would walk Stipe down, not take a step back. I think he would put pressure on Stipe, which is funny because that's Stipe's style. I think when it comes to grappling exchanges, I got Jon. When it comes to submissions, I got Jon. And a lot of fighting and winning comes down to grappling. I think Jones could hang with Stipe on the feet, but it would be risky. I think the safest bet for him would be to close the distance, call Stipe to grapple and wrestle, which is going to sap his energy a little bit. I mean, we saw that in the DC fights with Stipe. And from there, you can continue to work your game. Jon will be more effective in the stand-up with a Stipe that's like slowly fading as the fight goes on. And I mean this with all due respect. I don't think Stipe Miocic right now is the same Stipe Miocic that was running through heavyweights back in the day. I just don't think he's the same fighter. So it's also possible that Jon catches Stipe with something strike-wise and takes him out via that route. He got some nasty stepping elbows in the clinch when he closes the distance. Jon is vicious, man. So in short, again, just a quick breakdown, thoughts video. Definitely would take Jon Jones over Stipe right now. But I still think it'll be a fun fight. I think it'll be competitive on some level. I wouldn't count Stipe out completely. I just heavily favor Jon. But you guys in the comment section, let me know what you think about this heavyweight matchup. It seems to be the next one. After that, maybe Jones retires. I think if he loses, he'll probably come back, try to avenge that loss. But I think if he beats Stipe, I think Jon's going to ride off into the sunset. as the GOAT in the eyes of many fans. Thanks for watching this segment, guys. Appreciate you. And until the next one, take care.